The brands that made us.
There's literally hundreds of thousands of products that we all know and have grown up with, but you may not know that what you thought were some of the actual product names are actually just popular brand names. Here are 5 brand names that have become generic terms. Number 5. Frisbee. At some point in your childhood, you most likely had or played with one, and it kept your best friend entertained for hours. It may be the ultimate toy, but this is not a Frisbee. In the late 1930s, the inventor first got the idea while tossing a popcorn can lid with his wife. Soon enough, they graduated to tossing cake pans. They realized there could be a market for these tossable items when they were on a beach and were offered 5 times the market value for one. The design was refined over the next 2 decades and went through several names, including the Whirlaway, Flying Saucer, and the Pluto Platter. The original inventor eventually sold the rights to the company Wham-O. That's when the name was changed to Frisbee. But how did they come up with the new brand? Well, they caught wind that college students were already calling the Pluto Platter Frisbees. That was because they already enjoyed tossing empty pie tins. The pies were made by the Frisbee Pie Company, and the name was stamped on each tin. Wham-O just changed the spelling, and the Frisbee was born. So what's it actually called? A flying disc. Number 4. Uber. Getting from point A to point B has never been easier. If you need a ride fast, you're just a few app clicks away from getting to your destination. This is very convenient, but what it's not is an Uber. As the first major company to offer this service, Uber has quickly become the generic term used whenever you need to call a ride. It's common for the brand name to be used as a verb. If you need a ride, just Uber there. Even Lyft riders often refer to their chariot as an Uber. So what's the real name? Rideshare service. Number 3. Scotch Tape. It's handy, it's invisible, it's convenient. But this is not Scotch Tape. In 1930, an engineer for the company 3M created a transparent sticky tape using cellophane. The inspiration came from watching auto engineers attempting to get the paint line just right on two-tone cars. He created Scotch masking tape to get the job done and later created a transparent version. Scotch is a brand name under the company 3M. Soon after, another 3M engineer designed the tape dispenser that we all know. Demand soared as the product was useful for everyday tasks like mending books, clothing, and curtains. So what's the real name of this product? Invisible tape. Before we rip the tape off of number 2, if you like this video and want to see more like it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and ring the YouTube branded notification bell. Number 2. Jumbotron. It would be difficult to imagine professional sports without this. They're great for live replays or for fans in the nosebleeds to get a closer look at the action. But this is not a Jumbotron. First introduced by Sony in the mid-1980s, these giant video cubes used to be made up of 4 walls of small individual TV monitors. As the technology improved, so did the popularity. Today, you won't find a single professional indoor sports venue that doesn't have one. Sony owns the trademark for the term Jumbotron, so what's it really called? A large screen television. Yeah, I know, it doesn't have the same ring to it. Don't adjust your Jumbotrons just yet, it's time for the number 1 product. Number 1. BandAid. No childhood would be complete without a few hundred of these. Scrapes, cuts, and burns always felt better when you put one on. But this is not a BandAid. It was invented in 1920 by a Johnson & Johnson employee. The inventor's wife frequently cut and burned herself while cooking. So she needed an easy way to fix the boo-boos. They didn't catch on right away as they were handmade and not easy to apply. But in 1924, Johnson & Johnson introduced a sterilized version. And during World War II, millions were shipped overseas to soldiers, making the product an instant hit. Johnson & Johnson estimates that they've sold over 100 billion units worldwide. In fact, in 2022, BandAid was named the most trusted brand in the United States. So what are they really called? Adhesive bandages. Now you know why those off-brands can never actually use the term BandAid on their packaging.
The brands that made us.
What brand names would you like to see us feature in future videos? Let us know in the comments.